Hello again. My name is Vaughn, and I am an equine massage therapist. Today, I want to tell you about one of my favorite clients. He was actually one of my first clients. That's probably why he was one of my favorites. His name is Skech, and he was being leased to a stable that I was receiving dressage training at. And my dressage instructor asked me if I would take a look at him. And then I did not say yes right away because I wanted to think about what she told me. And what she had told me was that he was very kind hearted and he was very willing, but he was also experiencing a lot of pain throughout his whole body, and his spine and his limbs were twisted as well. So he wasn't moving straight. Without looking at his report from all those years ago, I cannot recall which way his hindquarters were out, but he wasn't traveling straight, and his spine, especially in the lower part, was out of alignment. So keep this in mind. I'm not a chiropractor, but massage can help get that process going if you are interested in having a chiropractor adjust the horse for you. So I went to see Sketch and he was a mess. His muscles were very hard, almost concrete slabs, and he was in a lot of pain. There was no reasoning behind the amount of pain he was in. He was not accepting the saddle. He definitely was to the point where he just said, "I'm in too much pain to even let anyone ride me." And the instructor was actually training him and was trying to help him become a better partner on the ground. So I spent an hour with him, and I would have loved to spend more time with him. But the thing about massage is that it can be pretty invasive. If I had spent more time with him than I did, I might have more a chance of harming him, doing more harm than good. So in this case, an hour was just fine as an introduction. And given the condition of his tightness, it was very difficult to get as far as I would have liked to. So I worked on him, his whole body, his neck, his shoulders, his legs, upper and lower part of his legs. I did some stretching just to loosen him up, and his back, his abdominal area, um, everywhere. He was just a rock, so to speak. I even worked on his mandibular, which is the muscles around the jaw. And as a result, he became softer. And during this time, he was really telling me, this feels good, this doesn't feel good. And horses express themselves in a lot of different ways. When it feels good, they relax their neck, their eyes get softer. They might start grooming you. I had that done a few times. Um, they might even stretch and see, oh, how far I can stretch. And then when they're in pain, they really are very communicative about it. They say, you know, they might resist you. They might hold their heads up with a really tight net. And some more extreme cases, they might kick out or bite or lash out somehow, which is understandable because of all of the discomfort that they're in. So as a result, he was a lot softer. He was able to walk more freely. The blood circulation in the legs is very important. If a horse's body or anyone's body is tight, and the muscles are tight, the blood does not flow very well. So in this case, he had very cold feet because there wasn't enough blood circulating to his hooves. So after the massage was done, his feet were warm, and the blood vessels, you could actually see them popping out. They were so opened up from the massage on the legs, and his feet were warm, and he was able to really reach out and walk more easily. The trainer asked him to do a couple of side passes, some two tracking, um, hunch turns, forehand pivots. All of this he was not doing or was doing poorly before the massage because of his tenderness. So, with all that tenderness being out, um, he was moving. His tail actually, if you look at a horse's tail, the dot of a tail and the bone that runs through the tail at the top was very tight against him when I first met him. So when I was done with him, his tail was loose and it was hanging naturally from his rump. He was able to turn his nose around and touch, or almost touch his shoulder. Whereas before it came around one quarter of a way, maybe half a way before he said, can't do it. This, for me, the sad part was outside of his physical um, condition, um, was that the fact that he was being sent back to his original owners for that that week. So I would have preferred to spend at least a month with him, um, or up to 3 months. And the reason why I say this because you have to retrain the body to understand that's relaxed. And it's not just the body that you're retraining, but it's also the mind. Psychologically, Skech was used to being tense all the time. And he was being leased out to multiple different riders. And so he did not have a consistency in his life, which contributed, I believe, to his tenseness. So psychologically, he was very used to being tense and needed time to rewire that sensation so that he knew that he was actually just fine. Other than that, he was a very kind-hearted horse, and he really wanted to. Um, he really wanted to do well. I would love to personally have paid to keep him for another 3 months, but that wasn't in my budget at the time. So that's the story about Sketch. You can read more in detail on the website vaughnbrown.net. That is VAUGHN all lowercase letters. Thank you so much. I look forward to sharing another story with you soon. Take care.